Hey everyone, it's Landon here. I'm back, and I've decided to make another video with the sword we were working on before. This time I'm going to be demonstrating how to make an animation, a slash animation with it. I'm not going to be doing special move this time, just going to be regular slash animation. I just want to show like how I kind of go about doing that. So to start, we take our old sword that we made in the last video. I'm just going to copy it over, rotate it 90 degrees. So that we can have kind of like a sense of where it starts and ends at. So I think if I set it right about like that, I just go down a little bit like that. That should be pretty good. Oh, sorry, not that. That should be pretty good for a distance to show the slash. And then I just sort of come in and I'm actually going to do this on just another layer on top in case I make any mistakes that I just want to get rid of. And I'm basically just going to like kind of, it's annoying. I'm just going to like loosely, and I want this on too. There we go. Just going to loosely draw some curves. Just so that I can kind of see where the blade travels in between. So obviously this looks really messy, and I'm not even really happy with how that one came out. I'm just gonna take the brightest color and sort of make this sort of shape with it. Oops, that's gradient. So I'll just paint bucket this in. There we go. And I'm going to fill in the top as lighter because you can see if I make this curve, it starts to give a really nice effect. Like that. And I want to make, if you look at this, like this, the curve that this slash is, it looks really like the person like slashed on a diagonal and then all of a sudden they just like came in this way. It doesn't look more like a swing from side to front. It looks like they came forward and then in, like it looks kind of weird. So I want to sort of make it look more curved. Kind of take away from these pixels here, and that might be a little bit too much. Yeah, you just kind of play around with it until you find a spot that you're happy. I know I erased some of the sword, that's okay. Just like that, should be not too bad. And then after I find like an area that I'm kind of happy with, I just come in and clean, because it doesn't look good when you have like, you know, you got like 3 pixels out and then like 6 pixels out and then 3 pixels out and then 2 pixels, 2 pixels, 3. It doesn't make sense to do that. You should have like 2 and then a little bit more and a little bit more as you go. So we'll say like 2, 2, 2, 3, 5, and then this one should be even longer. So we'll make this one like that, this one like that, and then it makes more sense. The information is correct. It's called like being pixel perfect. That's what I call it anyway. Yeah, let's do this. Okay, and then the same thing going down. Let's get rid of this. That looks a little better, I think. Yeah, that's not too bad. Maybe I can even do like, let's go like at like 30%, and we'll just do like, wait, I can't do like that. I think this will look cool. It'll look like the blade has like a kind of like a ghosty effect to it during the swing. It might look a little bulky, but I think it'll be okay. It doesn't really matter if I'm messy here because I'm just gonna come in and clean up this side anyway. So, oh shoot, I'm gonna go back to 100%. So just do kind of like a more progressive blend here. Leave that one. Leave that one. Leave that one. No. That's not too bad. It's kind of weird here. I'm just gonna make some changes. Yeah, that's much better. And then maybe like that, just give it more curve. I think that's pretty all right. So I can get rid of this. Right, it's on a different layer. So I can get rid of this. Don't need it anymore. And then you can see like I kind of drew a weird on the blade, so I'm just gonna erase to blend it better. So say like maybe this comes in here, 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 there. No, I want that. There. Yeah, it looks like a pretty cool swoosh, I'd say. Okay, so now the next step would be to just create another one. Actually, I should, before I start trying too much on this, let's just have a backup here. Let's put that there, and yeah, so now we want to draw a secondary, oh shoot. I don't want to copy the whole layer, just this piece. Okay, let's have a second swoosh. So what I do is I just copy the last swoosh, drag it over the new one, just like that, and I'm basically just going to erase a large portion of it, and then have some of it more less opaque, so that it looks more invisible. So with 100% pencil, I'll just come in, maybe make it bigger, and I'm just gonna right away get rid of like a lot of the information here. Just kind of like that's pretty good, and then maybe like to there. That's pretty good. I think it doesn't get much better than that, to be honest. That was a pretty good cut, I think. And now I'm just gonna take you can see there's like two different tones here. There's like a really, really light, and then this one's just a slightly darker light. I'm just gonna increase the area of the darker light to make it look like there's more movement with the slash, because that's what essentially we're doing, right? Like the first, it's gonna be the blade down here is the first frame. Then the second frame is gonna be the blade up here, but with this swoosh. And the next frame is gonna be the same area. Maybe it's gonna be like, maybe the blade will be moved like 1 pixel over like that. And then this swoosh, which is like more light. And then the last frame will be just the blade up here. So it'll look like the swoosh was the movement, where it's just kind of like tricking your eye into thinking that we're actually having a slash animation. So yeah, I'm gonna get rid of some of the opacity. We'll say 50%. And I'm just gonna erase most of this. Oh, I'm on the wrong layer. I'm just gonna erase most of this, just like that. It's pretty good. And some of this, just like that. And yeah, I think that's pretty good. Looks not too bad. Back to this weapon layer. Sorry, I just want this. So I'm gonna copy it one more time, and we'll just put it right here. So now what I can do is I can show a different weapon that I worked on in the past, because I already have it. It's already kind of lined up for me from the last weapon I did, so it's sort of like a template. So you can see like the training sword. Here are the frames. So the training sword is standard, and then it's slashing animation, the lighter slash, and then the finish animation. So I can just kind of use this as a template. The other option would be to use the actual player as a template, which is what I'm going to do in this case, because I think it has a better effect. So okay, I can go back up here to layer 5, take these frames and just move them all over there. that, yes. And then I want to move this one over. Just like so. And then I'm gonna merge the layers because I no longer need them on separate layers. Actually, there's just a little bit of areas here I want to clean up. I think if I bring this one out and bring that out, that's too much. Bring this one out. That's a little better. Anyway, it's not perfect, but it's better. So I'll just merge these layers down. And now you can see that if I grab this, it will take the sword and the swoosh. So now I just want to sort of line it up with where the player is. So the first one would be like this. And it should be roughly here, maybe even like more on the side because he's holding it to his side. Yeah. And then the next one will be right up in the center of the player. Maybe just a little bit up. The next one will be in the exact same height as the last one. So just like right here, but it's gonna be like 1 pixel over to make it look like there's a little bit more movement. And then the last one is literally just gonna be the exact same as the last one, but without the swoosh. So it'll be right here. And that's the slash animation. So basically, I can either go through and copy it on each of these and then just kind of rotate it accordingly to where the player is, or I can create a different animation for each angle depending on what the angle is and how I want to portray it. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and here's a quick sample of what the animation actually looks like.